Hey guys, and welcome back to So You Say You're Married. Today's topic, sex. Alright, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about sex. Yeah! It's important for your marriage. Every husband is in the back going, you! Right now. Every husband is so excited about this topic. It is important for your marriage. It's important for you too, ladies. If you've sworn off sex for the rest of your life, stop that. First off, you're missing out on some things. And secondly, if your sex life is horrible, we're going to go over some ways to make it not so horrible, to add some spice back into the bedroom, and to teach your husband how to find ways to make you enjoy it more so that you're going to want to have it more, and he's going to be all about it. So, let's get right down to it. Topic number 1. Sex doesn't stop when you get married. As a matter of fact, it should only get more fun. It should not get worse. It shouldn't become less. You have a committed partner for the rest of your life that is willing to have sex with you any point in time that you want for the rest of your life. You don't have to go hunting for it. You don't have to go find somebody in a bar. You don't have to go worrying about STDs, condoms, accidental pregnancies, whatever you want to, whatever you worry about when you're being promiscuous. You have someone there that is like, morning sex? Yes, please. Sex before bed? Yes, please. Sex in the shower? Yes, please. We want to try it on the couch or the kitchen counter? Whatever you're into. You have someone there all the time, 24/7. Why are you not taking advantage of this? That's what it's for, right? That's a beautiful part of marriage is you do have someone who you love unconditionally, you're completely comfortable with. Someone who loves you unconditionally is completely comfortable with you, loves to spend time with you, can't keep their hands off you. Hopefully you can't keep your hands off of him either. Why are you not taking advantage of this beautiful privilege that you have given yourself by signing a forever contract with someone? It's one of the perks. It's one of the many, many perks. Marriage is work. Marriage is hard. Everyone knows that. Sex should be a reprieve. Hell, even angry sex is fun, right? Let's be honest. Let's be real. We've all had angry sex at least one point in our marriage, right? If you haven't, don't go get angry or pick a fight just so you can, but it can be fun. It can be a great way to make things up because you remove some tension from yourself. Your husband obviously has some tension release. And then after you have sex, conversations become a whole lot easier because neither one of you are at each other's throats anymore. You're relaxed. You've gotten rid of some of that anxiety, some of that pent-up energy that you needed to release. And you become a more reasonable human being. Even if it's only for like 10 minutes. You still do. It's a great way to really actually repair a broken communication link. So sex should not stop when you get married. If nothing else, it should get more frequent because you should start experimenting with things that you wouldn't do with a total stranger. You should start asking questions about what do you like, what do you not like, what do you want to try, what do you not want to try? Is foreplay a thing? Do you want to dress up? Do you not want to dress up? Are you just one position, or do you want to try every position in the Kama Sutra? Have these conversations, ask these questions. It will transform your sex life, and the beauty of it is you're with a forever partner, so you can never run out of things to try, never run out of locations, things to do, don't get arrested, and experiment. You know, that's the beauty of having a husband and wife relationship. So building off of point number 1, point number 2 is how to have those awkward sex conversations. Yeah, sometimes it can be awkward, especially when you don't really want your husband to judge you and you're like, okay, Kodi, sure, I have a partner who's with me forever, but they're with me forever. What if I ask them this question and suddenly they think I'm like this totally different person, this animal that I don't want to be. I don't want them to think of me like that. But I don't know what to do. I don't know how to have this conversation, and I don't want to change their perception. Things are fine. Things are fine the way they are. I don't really want to rock the boat. Rock the boat. Just rock the boat. Have that conversation. If you want to go a little bit farther than that, sit down and ask. Hey, I've been thinking about trying out a new toy. What do you think? I've been thinking that I think it would be fun if we dressed up before sex. What do you think? Or, hey, a little bit more foreplay will go a long way. And this is what I like. Do you think you could try that next time we have sex? Every chance that you get to have sex, that man is going to be all about it. Because he's going to be wanting to please his wife. And he's going to want to have sex more. And if you tell him, hey, I might be more inclined to have more sex with you if you will do these things for me, then yeah, he's going to be all over it.
Yes.
Now, going to that other tangent where the 5% that is going to be hurt because you're trying to change things up, change their perspective on it a little bit. Reassure them. No, nothing's wrong with the way things are. Nothing's wrong with what you're doing. I love you, and I still, am very much attracted to you. You are my husband. But things change, things evolve, and I thought it would be fun if we tried something new. It's nothing personal. It's just, why not? We're together forever. So why not change it up? We don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over and over for the rest of our lives. And chances are he'll go, oh, okay, cool. And then he'll move forward just like the rest of the male population. Point number 3 is starting something new should always start in the bedroom. Plain and simple. When you want to change something up in your marriage and you want to try something new, start it in the bedroom. Because what happens in the bedroom actually plays out throughout your entire marriage. You're not having sex, tensions rise. Tensions rise in the bedroom first. Then it comes out of the bedroom to the rest of your life, into the rest of the house. And it expands outside of your home to the other people that you know. That tension stays with you. You have sex, tensions are removed. Tensions are removed throughout the rest of the home. You're in a better mood. Tensions are removed outside of the home. You're in a better mood. It goes with you everywhere you go. So what you project outward is what you're feeling on the inside. And if you don't have some sort of physical connection with your spouse, or you're bored with your spouse, or you're bored with your sex life, you may not be bored with your spouse, but you're bored with the routines that you're in, start in the bedroom. Change something up in the bedroom because that's fun. That's fun that everyone enjoys, and that's a great, easy place to start something new because you're both going to be willing to do it because it's not hard, it's not work, it's play. So you try something new that's playful, that's in the bedroom, it expands to the rest of your life. You'll be amazed. Pay attention. You'll be amazed at how things change throughout your marriage and throughout your life just because you tried something new in the bedroom. Point number 4 is why sex is important to your marriage. I believe we've covered a lot of that now, but it's not just fun and games. It's not just breaking the routines. It's not just trying something new. It's not just making sure that you're projecting something positive outwardly. It's also making sure that you keep a constant emotional and physical connection with your spouse. Making sure that you guys don't get in a routine where suddenly you're so completely disconnected that you don't know who each other are. That's what sex prevents. Believe it or not, it's not just this dirty little act that we do in our bedroom. It's so much more than that. That's why it's so sacred to marriage, and that's why it's so important to have a good sex life, is because you want to experience that physical, that emotional, that spiritual bond with your forever partner, and it happens in the bedroom in the most intimate ways possible. That's why sex is important. And that is why you should strive to always keep a spiced up, fun, loving, caring sex life. It's where you both should care about each other's outcomes. You should care about what each other wants. You should respect trying something new for each other, even if there's a little bit of resistance in the beginning. And you should always nurture each other when you're in a physical, intimate situation. Even if it doesn't lead to sex, even if it's just a really good makeout session, the same applies. You keep that connection alive, and it keeps your marriage growing, and it keeps you guys stronger. Point number 5 is how to have a good sex life. Now, a lot of that, again, recurring what we already talked about, trying something new, respecting each other, nurturing things, but really getting in sync with each other and respecting each other's outcomes are two main ways to have a good sex life. Keeping each other on their toes. Sex starts everywhere. It's playing footsie underneath the table. It's playing tag around the couch. It's staring at each other over the kitchen counter on breakfast. It's playing with each other's fingers when you're trying to hold hands. Sex starts in so many smaller ways outside of the bedroom, and it builds and it builds and it builds until the big finale, right? So how to have a good sex life is great foreplay. And foreplay isn't just what we're talking about, where you're dressing up in lingerie or where you're role playing or where you're playing a game. Foreplay is when you really have that connection in your relationship that you keep falling in love with each other over and over and over again throughout the day, and you can't wait till you get your hands all over each other. That's foreplay. That's true foreplay. It's also getting in sync with each other. And what I mean by that is when you're having sex, you don't just, one person isn't the star of the show. The only way to have good sex is if you're both participating fully and you both know that no matter how you get there, there's going to be enough caring and enough nurturing on both sides that you're both going to feel amazing by the time it's over. And guys, I'm going to get real with you right now. The female orgasm is not a myth. It is a thing, and your wife deserves one just as much as you do. So make sure she gets it. That's how you're going to continue to have a good sex life. Ask her how it happens. Ask her what she needs. Women, the same thing. Men like different avenues too. So talk to them about it. Ask them what they like. Sync up your breathing. If your breathing is in sync, your actions are in sync. It's amazing how it builds that emotional connection when your breathing is together, because it keeps everything else together, and your sex life is going to be so much better for it. Okay, so let's recap. Let's go over points 1 through 5. Point number 1, after you get married, the sex should get better. It shouldn't deplete. It shouldn't get worse. Sex should get better. Number 2, have those awkward conversations about what you both like when it comes to sex. They're not hard. They're actually quite simple, and don't allow your mind to run away with a situation that's not real. Sit down, have the conversation. You'll both be better for it. Point number 3, trying new things should always start in the bedroom, because what happens in the bedroom is projected outwardly in the rest of your life, and that can be positive or negative. So trying new things leading to a new adventure in the bedroom leads to new adventures outside of the bedroom. Point number 4, sex is important for your marriage because it keeps you emotionally, spiritually, and physically connected and on the same level for good growth, where you grow together and you stay connected in all that you do, even if you take on different interests. Sex is important to keep you guys in sync. And point number 5 is make sure you have a good sex life by respecting each other and making sure that you both get a grand finale and a good result every time you have sex, no matter how hard it is to get there. Okay, so your homework for this session is to try something new, approach those awkward conversations if that's something you haven't done, start foreplay outside of the bedroom where you're constantly playing footsie, giving each other those bedroom eyes, playing with each other's fingers while you're holding hands, all that cutesy little couple stuff. It's important. Start doing that again. If you've lost it, try to rekindle it no matter how awkward it feels. It'll start becoming natural again once you start doing it. And lastly, when you guys actually do get intimate, practice your breathing. When your breathing gets in sync, your sex will change completely for the better. All right, guys, so that's all I've got for you for this episode. I know this one got a little candid and a little raw and a little real, but I told you that's what we're going to do in the very beginning. But this one is a lot of fun, and I hope you have some fun experimenting with some of these suggestions within your marriage. Until next time, bye.